Jai Gurudev children. Today I am going to narrate the stories of Mahatma Gandhi, the father of our nation. What do you understand by generosity, children? Do you think you can be generous only if you have lots of things to share? Just listen to this story. Once, Gandhi was on an expedition to collect funds from various cities and villages for an organization to help the poor. He went to several places and finally reached Orissa. He organized a meeting there. There he gave a speech to the public, requesting them to give him funds for the organization. At the end of his speech, a very old woman with a bent back, tattered clothing, white hair, and shrunken skin got up. She requested the volunteers to allow her to reach Gandhi. However, the volunteers stopped her. She did not give up so easily. She fought with the volunteers and finally reached Gandhiji. She touched the feet of Gandhi. Then she took out a copper coin kept in the folds of her sari and placed it at his feet. Then the old lady left the stage. Gandhi very carefully took the coin. The treasurer of the organization for the poor, Sri Chamanlal Bajaj, asked Gandhiji for the copper coin, but he refused to give it. "I keep checks worth thousands of rupees," said the treasurer. "Yet you won't trust me with a copper coin, Gandhiji." Gandhiji said, "This copper coin is worth more than those thousands. If a man has several lakhs and he gives away 1,000 or 2, it doesn't mean much." Yes, the coin might have been the only thing that the poor old woman possessed. She didn't even have proper clothes and could not afford good food. Still, she gave everything she had. That is why Gandhi regarded that coin as very precious. Setting an example is not the main means of influencing others. It is the only means, said Albert Einstein. Our Mahatma Gandhi also said the same. Do what do you say and say what do you do. What a wonderful words these are. Contrary to popular belief, Mahatma Gandhi's Dandi March against Salt Satyagraha was not the first act of civil disobedience movement. An incident 37 years before that changed the course of history in both South Africa and India. What Gandhiji saw in South Africa pained him. His countrymen were ill-treated. They had no rights, and even the educated among them could not mix with South African Europeans. Most of them were called coolies. He was called a coolie barrister. On 7th June 1893, Mohandas Karamchand Gandhi, then a young barrister, was on his way from Durban to Pretoria on behalf of his client, a merchant named Dada Abdullah. When the train came to a stop in Pietermaritzburg railway station, Gandhiji was ordered by the conductor to move from the first-class compartment where he was sitting. The conductor asked Gandhiji to leave the compartment and travel in the luggage van. "But I have a first-class ticket," Gandhiji said. Soon, the conductor seized him and pushed him out. It was 9 at night and very cold. Gandhiji spent that cold winter night in the station's tiny, unheated waiting room. "My overcoat was in my luggage, but I did not dare to ask for it, lest I should be insulted again. So I sat and shivered," Gandhiji later wrote in his autobiography, The Story of My Experiments with Truth. But that moment on the Peter-Maritzburg railway platform marked the turning point, the catalyst, when Gandhiji made the momentous decision to fight the racial discrimination he experienced. It would be cowardice to run back to India without fulfilling my obligation, he wrote in the story of my experiments with truth. Peter-Maritzburg station remains a pilgrimage site for Indians who view Gandhi's time in South Africa as a turning point for Indians, both at home and abroad. During his 2016 visit, India's Prime Minister Sri Narendra Modi wrote in the museum's guest book, an event at Peter-Maritzburg altered the course of India's history. How true these words are. The small waiting room now houses a museum dedicated to telling the story of that night in 1893 and the 2 decades Gandhiji spent in South Africa. Informative panels and interactive displays line the walls, and black and white photographs of Gandhi in his barrister robe adorn the window. I was born in India but was made in South Africa, commented Gandhi once. It has been many years since that night, but the statue and the waiting room in Peter-Maritzburg leave Indians teary-eyed to this day. In June 2018, to commemorate the 125th anniversary of this incident, India's External Affairs Minister, Mrs. Sushma Swaraj, visited Peter-Maritzburg, and she inaugurated a statue of Gandhi that stands at the entrance to the platform. South Africa is now home to the largest Indian population on the African continent. Today, second and third generation Indian South Africans operate businesses, serve in government, and play for South Africa's professional sport teams. And it all began one fateful night at Peter-Maritzburg station. Mahatma Ji is rightly thought to be the man of the millennium. Children, do you want to know more about Gandhiji? Then read his autobiography, My Experiments with Truth. Jai Gurudev.